Chosen. Do you find yourself questioning truths that once seemed absolute? Do you feel a growing discomfort with situations and people that were once part of your routine? Do you notice a curious synchronicity in events, as if the universe is whispering messages through signs, coincidences, and unexpected encounters? Perhaps you are experiencing physical changes that you cannot explain. A fatigue that persists even after rest. Pains that come and go for no apparent reason. An exacerbated sensitivity to sounds, lights, and environments. Or maybe a sharper intuition, more intense dreams, a stronger connection with nature. These are not signs of problems, Chosen. Quite the opposite. They are messages that you are awakening to a new dimension of reality, a way of living that goes beyond the material world, the hurried time, and conventional logic. This new dimension is what many call 5D, the fifth dimension. But forget the idea of a magical place or an unreachable future. 5D is a state of consciousness, a frequency, a way of being and existing in the world that is already accessible to you right at this moment. And the most surprising part, Chosen. It is very likely that you are already experiencing this new reality, even if unconsciously. You are already feeling the vibration of 5D, even if you have not yet fully understood what is happening to you and around you. This video is like a beacon, a guide, a translator of these signs. It will help you recognize the marks of 5D in your life, understand the process of change you are going through, and accelerate your awakening. If you hear this call, if you recognize yourself in these signs, if you seek a more true, more connected, more fulfilling life, then this video is especially for you. Prepare to reveal the secrets of 5D, to embrace your essence, to unleash your potential. The journey is just beginning. Chosen. Imagine that you have lived your entire life inside a house. A comfortable house, with everything you thought you needed. Solid walls, a sturdy roof, familiar furniture, objects that gave you security. You grew up believing that this was the only possible reality. You measured success by the number of things that fit inside the house, by the beauty of the objects, by the solidity of the walls. This house, Chosen, is the third dimension reality. The third dimension is the world of the concrete, the tangible, the measurable. It is where having outweighs being. It is where we identify with our body, our profession, our possessions, our labels. It is where we believe that happiness lies in acquiring things, in accumulating possessions, in controlling the environment around us. In 3D, life is a competition. We compare ourselves to one another. We judge, we criticize, we compete for resources, for attention, for recognition. We live in fear, fear of scarcity, fear of loss, fear of judgment, fear of death. We believe in separation, that we are isolated individuals, disconnected from one another, disconnected from nature, disconnected from the source. 3D is governed by linear time, past, present, and future. We live trapped in the memories of the past, anxious for the future, and rarely present in the now. We believe in duality, good and evil, right and wrong, light and shadow. And often, we get lost in these opposites, in these judgments, forgetting that everything is part of a greater whole. But Chosen, there comes a moment when this house, this 3D reality, begins to feel too small. The walls start to suffocate, the objects lose their luster, the routine becomes monotonous. You feel an emptiness, a dissatisfaction, a longing for something more. It's as if you begin to hear a call coming from outside the house, a soft music, a fresh breeze, a ray of sunlight inviting you to explore what exists beyond the walls. And suddenly you realize that the house is not all that exists, that there is an entire world out there, vast, infinite, full of possibilities. This call, Chosen, is the call of 5D, the fifth dimension. And the feeling that the world around you is crumbling is not a sign of destruction, but of transformation. It is the house of 3D, with its walls of illusion, dissolving to make way for something new, something greater, something more true. 5D is not a place you go to, but a state of consciousness you reach. It is a higher vibrational frequency, where love, unity, and expanded consciousness are the foundation of existence. It is not about having, but about being. It is not about competing, but about collaborating. It is not about judging, but about understanding. In 5D, you free yourself from the limitations of the mind, the ego, and fear. You reconnect with your divine essence, with your intuition, with your inner wisdom. You realize that you are part of a whole, that you are connected to all beings, to nature, to the universe. The transition from 3D to 5D can be challenging. It is like letting go of everything you knew, abandoning the security of the old house to venture into unknown territory. But chosen, this is the greatest adventure you can live. It is the journey back home, to your true home, the home of your soul. It is the awakening from the illusion of the concrete to the reality of the infinite, and this reality is waiting for you. Chosen, your body is an incredibly sensitive instrument. It is like an antenna, capable of picking up the subtlest variations of energy. And when you begin to open up to the frequency of 5D, this antenna undergoes fine-tuning, a recalibration. It's as if you are tuning into a new radio station, and your physical and energetic body needs to adapt to this new frequency. This adaptation, chosen, is not always comfortable. It can manifest in various ways, both in your physical body and in your emotional state. And it is important for you to know that these symptoms, no matter how strange or uncomfortable they may seem, are part of the ascension process. They are signs that you are evolving, that your vibration is rising. One of the most common symptoms is a change in sleep. You may have difficulty sleeping, wake up several times during the night, or have very intense and vivid dreams. This happens because your body is processing a lot of information, a lot of energy, even while you rest. It's as if your subconscious is working overtime, releasing old patterns, limiting beliefs, and repressed emotions. Another frequent symptom is fatigue, but it is not ordinary fatigue, the kind that goes away with a good night's sleep. It is a deep fatigue that seems to come from the soul. It's as if you are carrying an invisible weight. This happens because your energy is being redirected to your transformation process. It's as if your body is shutting down some functions to concentrate all energy on your ascension. You may also feel aches in your body, pains that come and go without an apparent cause. Headaches, joint pain, muscle aches. These pains may be your body releasing tensions, energetic blockages, cellular memories of past experiences. It's as if your body is expelling what no longer serves you. Sensitivity also increases. You may feel more affected by noises, bright lights, strong smells, and chaotic environments. This happens because your senses are refining, becoming more receptive to subtle energies. It's as if you are awakening to a world of sensations that previously went unnoticed. And, chosen, we cannot forget about emotional symptoms. You may feel more sensitive, more emotional, more intuitive. You may experience sudden mood swings, crying spells, moments of deep sadness or intense joy. This happens because your emotions are coming to the surface to be healed, transformed, and integrated. You may also feel an increasing need to distance yourself from people and situations that no longer resonate with your energy. Relationships that were once important may lose their meaning. Environments that were once pleasant may become suffocating. This is not a sign of selfishness, chosen. It is a sign of self-care. It is your soul guiding you toward people and situations that nurture your growth, that vibrate at the same frequency as you. All these symptoms, chosen, are temporary. They are part of the process of cleansing, purification, and alignment. They are like the side effects of a powerful medicine that is healing you on a deep level. So chosen, if you are going through this, do not be alarmed. Embrace these symptoms. Take care of yourself. Listen to your body. Respect your pace. And remember, you are not alone. Thousands of souls are undergoing the same transformation. And together, we are ascending to a new reality. Chosen, the ascension to 5D is not just about feeling subtle energies or having mystical experiences. It is, above all, a deeply personal journey, a journey of self-knowledge and inner transformation. And this journey inevitably involves an encounter with our shadows. What are these shadows? They are the parts of us that we deny, that we reject, that we hide, even from ourselves. They are our deepest fears, our insecurities, our wounds, our traumas. They are the limiting beliefs that prevent us from growing, the negative patterns that repeat in our lives, the internal voices that criticize and diminish us. And, chosen, most importantly, you draw closer to your true essence. You free yourself from masks, roles, and external expectations. You become more authentic, freer, happier. You discover that true beauty, true strength, true joy lie within you. And this discovery, chosen, is the key to living fully in 5D. It is the most valuable gift you can give yourself. Chosen, have you ever found yourself in the midst of a busy day yearning for a moment of peace? A deep, almost visceral desire to be in nature. Not just a simple walk in the park, but a complete immersion, a dive into the green, the blue, the silence, the life that pulses around you. This desire, chosen, is not a whim. It is not an escape. It is not a coincidence. It is a call, an ancestral call, a deep call, a call from your soul. It is nature inviting you to return home, to your inner garden, to your essence. Why is this call so strong, so persistent, especially now, at this moment of transition to 5D? Because nature is the purest expression of the energy of creation. It is the manifestation of divine wisdom, of perfect harmony, of essential balance. And when you connect with nature, you connect with this source, with this energy, with this wisdom. Each tree, each mountain, each river, each flower, each creature carries within it a unique vibration, a specific frequency. And this vibration interacts with yours, influences yours, elevates yours. It is as if nature were a tuning fork, an instrument that helps you tune your own vibration, to return to your original tone, to your essence. When you are in nature, away from the chaos of the city, the noise, the pollution, the rush, you allow your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, and your spiritual body to realign, to rebalance, to recharge. It is as if you are disconnecting from the outlet of 3D, with its worries, anxieties, and fears, and connecting to the outlet of 5D, with its peace, serenity, and wisdom. And this connection with nature is not just a moment of relaxation, an escape from routine. It is a deep process of healing, transformation, and alignment. It is a return to your origin, to your essence, to your truth. When you embrace a tree, you feel its strength, its stability, its connection to the earth. When you contemplate a mountain, you perceive its grandeur, its majesty, its ancient wisdom. When you dive into the sea, you feel its fluidity, its depth, its capacity to cleanse and renew. And chosen, this connection with nature does not need to be complicated. It does not need to be distant. You do not need to travel to a remote forest or a paradise beach to feel this call. You can find nature in a park in your city, in a garden, in a potted plant in your home. What matters is the intention, the attention, the presence. It is to be there, body and soul, open to receive the energy of nature, willing to listen to its message. And what is this message, chosen? The message of nature is simple, yet profound. You are part of something greater. You are part of the earth. You are part of the universe. You are part of creation. You are not separate. You are not alone. You are connected to everything and everyone. And this awareness, this connection, is the key to living fully in 5D. It is the foundation for building a new world, a world of peace, harmony, love, and abundance. A world where nature is respected, valued, and celebrated. So, chosen, listen to the call of nature. Respond to this call. Immerse yourself in this connection. Return to your inner garden and discover the beauty, strength, and wisdom that reside within you. Nature is your ally, your guide, your teacher, and it is waiting for you with open arms. Chosen, the journey to 5D, is not a solitary path. Although inner work is fundamental, the way we relate to others also transforms deeply. It is as if, by raising our vibration, we begin to attract and connect with people who resonate at the same frequency. In 3D, many of our relationships are based on needs, expectations, and conditioning. We seek approval, security, and fulfillment from others. Often we relate from the ego with judgments, criticisms, and competition. And frequently, we settle for superficial connections, empty conversations, and interactions that do not nourish our soul. But as you ascend to 5D, this dynamic begins to change. You realize that superficial conversations no longer interest you. You feel a growing discomfort in environments and company that do not vibrate in the same tune as you. You seek depth, truth, and authenticity in your relationships. And what does this search for authenticity mean? It means that you no longer settle for masks, games, or half-truths. You want to relate soul to soul, with honesty, transparency, and vulnerability. You want to share your essence, your light, your shadow, without fear of being judged, without fear of being rejected. And chosen, this search is not just for romantic relationships. It is for all types of connections, friendships, partnerships, family, co-workers. You seek people who inspire you, challenge you, and support you on your journey. People with whom you can share your dreams, your fears, your discoveries. And often, in this process, you may be surprised to find people who seem to be on the same journey as you. They are your spiritual companions, your soulmates, your soul connections. They are people who understand you on a deep level, who accept you as you are, who encourage you to grow. These relationships are different from the relationships in 3D. They are not based solely on emotions, physical attraction, or common interests. They are based on a spiritual connection, a shared purpose, and mutual learning. It is as if you had agreed to meet in this life, to support each other, to inspire each other, to help each other evolve. And this connection can be incredibly powerful, transformative, and healing. These relationships are not perfect, chosen. They also have their challenges, their conflicts, their moments of shadow. But the difference is that you face these challenges together, with awareness, with love, with respect. You use these challenges as opportunities to grow, to learn, to come even closer. And chosen, it is important to remember that not all of your 3D relationships will survive your transition to 5D. Some people may drift away, may not understand your changes, may even resist them. This can be painful, but it is part of the process. It is as if you are changing radio stations, and some people prefer to remain tuned to the old station. And that's okay. Everyone has their own path, their own time, their own choice. Chosen, if you have made it this far, if the words we shared have resonated in your heart, if you have recognized yourself in the signs, the symptoms, the experiences we described, then celebrate. You are not just reading about 5D, you are living 5D, or at least taking great strides toward it. And now, what is the next step? What is the message we want to leave in your heart? It is simple, yet profoundly powerful. Accept and flow with the process. Trust the journey. Allow yourself to be transformed. The ascension to 5D is not an event. It is not a destination. It is not something you achieve overnight. It is a process, a continuous process, a dynamic process, a unique process for each individual. It is like a dance between light and shadow, between the old and the new, between the known and the unknown. And in this dance chosen, there will be moments of joy, of expansion, of connection. There will be moments when you feel light, free, whole. But there will also be moments of challenge, of doubt, of fear. There will be moments when you feel lost, confused, overwhelmed. And it is in these moments chosen that acceptance and fluidity become essential. Accepting does not mean resigning. It does not mean giving up. It does not mean folding your arms and waiting for things to happen. Accepting means recognizing what is, embracing what is present, welcoming the reality of the moment, without judgment, without resistance. Flowing means not fighting against the current, not clinging to what is leaving, not holding on to what has already been. Flowing means trusting the flow of life, allowing things to move, to transform, to renew. It is like learning to surf. You do not control the waves, you do not dominate the sea. But you can learn to balance on the board, to feel the movement of the water, to use the power of the waves to your advantage. And chosen, your board on this journey is your awareness, your presence, your intention. It is your ability to be present in the now, to observe your thoughts and emotions without identifying with them, to choose how you want to respond to each situation. So, chosen, trust yourself, trust your intuition, your inner wisdom, your connection with the divine. Trust the process, trust life, and remember, you are not alone. Thousands, millions of souls are awakening at this moment, going through the same transformation. And together, we are creating a new world, a world of love, light, peace, and harmony. Your journey is important, chosen. Your presence is valuable. Your light is needed. So shine, chosen. Shine brightly. Shine without fear. Shine with love. And allow your light to illuminate the path for others. The transformation you seek is already happening. Embrace it, celebrate it, and share it with the world. Chosen, we have reached the end of this journey of words, but in truth, this is just the beginning of your own journey of discovery and transformation. I deeply thank you for your presence, for your attention, for your openness to receive this message. If anything we shared here touched your heart, if you felt a call, a connection, an inspiration, then celebrate. This means that your soul is awakening, that your light is shining, that you are ready to live the fullness of 5D. And now the invitation is to share this light. Like this message, share it with your friends, with your family, with all those you feel can benefit from it. Leave your comment. Tell your experience, share your discoveries. Let us together, united in purpose, build this new reality, this new earth, this new world of love, peace, harmony, and abundance. Your participation is essential. Your voice is important. Your light is needed. And to conclude, I leave you with a message of hope and faith, a divine promise that guides and sustains us on this journey. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Jeremiah 29:11. May this promise illuminate your path and strengthen your faith. The new reality is already here. Embrace it with joy and gratitude.